Hi, folks. Welcome back to Racin-n-Braisin. I am CJ. It is Thursday, and that means it is preview night. And we're going to be talking about what is coming up this weekend for Bristol and the NASCAR series. Let's talk about schedule. Let's talk about what to expect. Who's pulling triple duty this weekend? And is weather going to play a big factor this weekend? So let's dive right into it with the schedule. All three series are going to be at Bristol this weekend. Trucks will be kicking things off on Friday. Their practice and qualifying are going to start at 3:30 on FS1, and then Friday night will be their race at 7:30 on FS1. Saturday is when Xfinity gets things started off with their practice and qualifying at 11:30 on the CW app, followed by Cup practice and qualifying on Prime at 2 o'clock. Then Xfinity gets their race going at 5 o'clock on the CW with PRN carrying the radio broadcast for those of us trying to struggle along with the CW hack. And then, of course, Sunday is going to be the Cup race, the Food City 500. It'll be an afternoon race. 3 o'clock is when things get rolling in Thunder Valley. Coverage starts at 2, and that's going to be on FS1 on Sunday. So, who is pulling the triple header this weekend? Well, Kyle Larson, the man that can jump in anything and win in almost everything that he jumps into. He will be running all three series this weekend at Bristol. He'll be in the 07 truck and then the 17 Xfinity car. Not only did I look that up and remind myself of who he's driving for, but as a prior Bristol ticket holder from last year's night race, I've been getting emails for about 2 weeks straight now advertising that Kyle Larson is going to be at all three events this weekend. That's how they're trying to promote ticket sales. So I'm guessing that they're struggling to get some sales going this weekend. That's a shame because, man, that was a really cool race to go to. If you ever get a chance, Bristol is a fun track to go to, even though last fall I got the Kyle Larson stinker where he just dominated the whole race. But still, awesome track to go to. If you ever have a chance, that's one to go to. Okay, so that's who's pulling triple duty this weekend. One other note of drivers this weekend: Brandon Jones will be jumping down into the trucks for Friday night and be driving in the number 1 truck. As far as weather goes this weekend, let's talk about it. It could be pretty impactful. On Friday and Saturday, the weather is looking like it's supposed to be rain on and off with periods of rain, in particular on Friday, and then ending sometime on Saturday. It's supposed to be fairly cold throughout the weekend, only in the 50s. The front is supposed to move out Saturday night, and it is supposed to be sunny and mostly clear on Sunday with a high of just 62 for the Cup race. That is going to play a factor into the tires. Remember, last year's Cup race was affected by colder temperatures and the tire that Goodyear brought. Well, the same tire is being brought to the track this weekend. The colder expected tires this weekend are definitely going to play a factor, though we can all expect the teams to have a better wrap and handling on how they're going to handle those temperatures. They're definitely, got a notebook on what to expect with that. So it shouldn't be as crazy as it was last year. However, one wrinkle to throw into it is that the track has applied PJ1 this year. Apparently, last year they used resin, and this year they decided to go back to the PJ. Just a quick side note about Bristol, and I think most will agree with me on this one. Ever since they changed the banking in the turns and made it progressive banking, that track has never been the same, and the racing has never been the same. And no matter what they do to screw with the surface, it will never be the same. It's a shame that the old school Bristol will forever be gone. But this is what we've got. And every year that they go to this track, twice a year that they go to this track, they seem to have some sort of gimmick to try and entice the racing to be a little bit better. we'll see how that plays out this time. Okay, so that's really about it for NASCAR action this weekend. If the rain does play a factor this weekend and delay things for trucks or Xfinity, and you are hunting around to find some other racing action, it is supposed to be beautiful in Southern California this weekend, and that is where IMSA and IndyCar are going to be pulling double duty in Long Beach. So keep an eye out on the NBC networks for the IMSA coverage. They race 5 o'clock on Saturday. I think it's a hour and a half race. It's real quick. IndyCar is going to be on Sunday on Fox. Honestly, don't know the time. I didn't even look because I will be watching Bristol on Sunday. That's really about it for the racing action this weekend. Keep an eye out for my Sunday morning video where I talk about picks, talk about what is going to be on my menu for the weekend. I've been real busy and I haven't had much time to think about it. So I'll continue to think about it and let you guys know what's coming. And then we'll also dive into what we have seen so far through the weekend. Until Sunday morning when I get you guys next time, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy the racing, and I'll talk to you guys Sunday morning. Thanks a lot, guys.